Hello everyone, welcome back to Bricks, and today I'm going to be reviewing a 2010 A New Hope set, Luke's Landspeeder. This set 8092, and if you end up enjoying the video, please feel free to subscribe to my content. I have lots and lots of LEGO videos coming out, so make sure you do end up subscribing. Alright, so I'm going to open up this box here. I'm very excited to get into this. It's also another set I've been looking at to get for a while now. So I'm very... Alright. Let's open up the box. Wait, before I open up the box, so let's look at the box itself. So this is a special edition set. It says there, the minifigs, I believe, where they normally are nowadays. I think. Hold on, wait. Let me quickly grab a box. Nope, I don't think so. No, actually, I think normal mini sets, the minifig is right there. But you know, it's no wait. I'm seeing sets that have both. Okay. All right. Well, it's in generally the same area. I see boxes around me that have some of the minifigs there and some there. But yeah, you know, it's kind of standard. You see a little bit of a red outline there that they're behind, which is kind of cool. You have the box with the clone troopers and a warning, right? Big old warning right there. And yep, now look at the back of the box. Actually, that's the only set there I don't have. I'm looking to get that though. But yep, there's the back of the box. There's actually a unique angle at it, and a little more of an overhead one. So that's cool, but let's get the big special edition thing up there. Now let's, you know, for a special edition set, this isn't that much. You can probably get this for like 30 or 40 bucks. So this is not like a super collectible set. Oh, love getting these. That is such a cool piece. Oh geez, this box is packed full of stuff here. Alright, a folded instruction manual. Actually, let's take a look at this now. So there's the front. Yep, and yeah, pretty standard building instruction there. Yeah, just ever so slightly, there's a little bit of difference. Oh, but here's where the fun begins. There's the back showing some... Excuse me, this is a little bit folded. There's some of these sets that also came out in this wave. And anything else of interest, yeah, you just get a little bit more better look at it. Alright, well that's cool. Always love looking at some of these older instruction manuals. Always very, very cool. Alright, let's see. Alright, so here's the first bag I pulled out. I have not cut open a bag this time around. And alright, here is the other bag. There does so I think here is the last thing here. Anything else? Oh, it's the last. Alright, so excuse the jump here. Last one of those. I just accidentally hit my camera with the not my camera, but my lighting with the box. So yep, so this is all the stuff that comes in it in terms of pieces. Now I'm gonna go build this now, come back to you and continue the review. Alright, so I've completed building, yep, alright, but I've just completed building the set, and here are all the spare parts that were in it. You know, all of these are pretty basic. This is the only one of slight interest, but there's a lot less use for the ones with the white ends than, let's say, fully gray ones or fully black ones. But yeah, move those aside. Not really anything interesting in the extra pieces, but let's take a look at the Landspeeder itself. This only took me like 10 or 20 minutes to build. It wasn't that long. It's a very, very straightforward and simple build. Now, alright, well, this uses the flexi tubes at the front, that design, which they didn't use recently. They just put stickers there. I think it still looks great though, a little bit of detail up there. Now, if there's one thing I'd love for them to add to these models, is they always waste some sort of feature. I think it'd be great for kids if they just put something in there, like some sort of engine detailing like they did on Han Solo's Landspeeder. I feel like that they always have just wasted that space that just could have been used right there. There's a grill piece, which actually, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see through it there. Because it's actually, that piece is only actually connected on one stud. The rest is just hollow, so you can actually see slightly into the frame, which is actually kind of cool. There are no stickers in this set, but so you just get an ordinary steering wheel for whatever minifig wants to sit in there. Now, well, there are only seats for 2 figures on the box. They also show C-3PO up there, which is nice from a nice bit of space. So you can probably also fit 2 more figs right there. And there's nothing down there, which is slightly disappointing. I would have liked maybe some sort of lever to go there. Overall in this set, you do get a lot of these dark red plates, and I like that little bit of detailing right there. I think it looks nice. There's one thing that I found really strange when constructing it is over here you can see that there are holes right there, and apparently that is intentional. Let's mention that there's swapped. I double checked. I believe that is how it's supposed to be. I cannot see why that they would do that, as let's say like from the back here it looks slightly odd. From the front it does too. I have no clue why they did that. It doesn't make any sense to me. But you know, yeah, this engine is supposed to be more worn out than the other two, and you have the very classic way of just of opening that up. I call it classic because just about every Luke's Landspeeder, I've had it. They've made quite a few of them, and yeah, you could maybe just, there's not too much space, you could maybe just store a couple of accessories, but yeah, no, here's just the top. Overall, yeah, you know, I do find that little red bit to be a little bit awkward also on the back, that red bit. That's a nice detailing though. That also looks a little bit off. Overall, for 2010, I think they did a good job on this model. It goes around really well. You know, I think it has the playability good. The only real suggestion I'd want to do, and it's just an overall extension for Landspeeders, like I said, just put it in there. Like, from how it is now, it's just really easy to take off just how it is. Like, yeah, it's really a waste of space. Well, that's my thoughts on this. Yeah, alright, well, now we can move on to the, I believe, 6 minifigures. Now, before I start doing that, I'm just gonna say, I am going to be counting that as a minifigure because it is in the minifigure spot. No, yeah, I guess it's kind of a semi-minifig, but yep, now on to the minifigures. Alright, so here are the 2, I guess, Jedi and soon-to-be Jedi, Ben Kenobi and Luke Skywalker. Starting off with Ben, aka Obi-Wan Kenobi. He has no leg printing, which ones nowadays don't have. He has some pretty nice torso printing, actually. I think that the simulated mounts of the folds and creases very, very nicely. I'm happy with that. It's equipped with his lightsaber, and no back printing for him. There's also no alternate face, but the face that he does have, I'd say, looks pretty good. He also has that hairpiece, which I believe is unchanged. And yeah, not too much to say about Ben here. Now on to Luke Skywalker. He does have printed legs. This version of Luke Skywalker, the farm boy version, have almost always had printed legs. And have every version had? I don't know, but yep, he does. So he just doesn't have back printing though, which I find kind of interesting. Leg printing, but no back printing. Well, overall, I think the white contrasts pretty nicely on here. You know, the robe detailing is very nice, honestly. Like, especially considering this was made in 2010. This guy's pretty detailed on the front of him, and for his hairpiece, it could be better without, of course, making a new mold for a new hairpiece for his head. I believe this was when the Clone Wars line was still. This is when the Clone Wars line was out, so they could just take an Anakin's hairpiece and put it in this color, and I think that would have been better than what he has, but it's not terrible. It doesn't have an alternate face, and that's his standard face. Alright, one of my favorite parts about this set is that you get both droids in this set, so you really get the full package of this in this set. So here's C-3PO. This is the older model. Notice he has no printing on his face, no printing on his legs. He has that nice gold color though, and for the printing that is there, it's pretty good. It could be better. Same with his back printing. good, but could be better. You know, I love the color that he is, though. Very, very unique. You know, I'm very pleased to have an old. I only have new C-3PO minifigs. You know, the very detailed ones. So I'm very, very happy to have an older one. That's good, but it's coming up to 11 years old now. Yeah, you know, yeah, it's a fine figure. Not too much to say about it. R2D2 is very, very pleased with R2. And I got a pretty non-crooked print all around. This is, of course, the older variation with the light gray dome. And yeah, R2D2 have always had some pretty nice printing. Let me give you see his printing there a little bit. Yep, it's this very standard astromech droid. These two are pretty standard. Now we're gonna move on to the final two minifigs. Alright, so here's the Stormtrooper, aka the Sand Trooper. This is before they had sand detailing on them. And here is a, what does it say? It is a Sentry Droid. Alright, but by the way, that red stud on the Sentry Droid, I put that there. It did not come, that's an extra piece from the set. Alright, but starting off the Stormtrooper, I'm actually really happy to have this Sand Trooper. As this is my first time having this style of Stormtrooper. I'm very pleased with him. I think this was a good line of Stormtrooper, honestly. It may not be as good as some of our modern ones, but it's still a great, especially considering 2010. It's pretty good. No leg printing. You know, yeah. He had a great torso printing and that good hood mold. He actually has a pure black pauldron and then that cool backpack. Utilizing two lightsaber hilts, just the standard blaster. I was hoping he would have the face with the cloth on it. He does not. He just has a standard black head, or she, I guess. You know, it could be either now. He or she. But here's just the helmet a little bit better. Yep, I'm very happy to have. In fact, this guy was always one of the biggest draws for me. I've been wanting to get this set for a while. Here's the Sentry Droid. You see him in the movie, you see it in the movie, and very basic. I'm very happy to have those two clear pieces. He has the antenna, some cheese slopes. You know, yeah, it's basic. Nothing really else to say. And on to the overview of the set. Alright, with everything back together, it is time for my quick overview of the set. I tried to keep this video a little bit shorter, so I hope it is. But yeah, I've been wanting to have this set for quite a while now. Been looking at it for quite a bit, and overall, I'm very pleased with it. I think in terms of what you got, of course, you know, in terms of when it was available in stores, I think kids got a good value. Of course, the value here mostly is for the 6 minifigures. You know, I think the most recent one of these, it had 3 or 4 minifigs. Yeah, this is quite a bit more. You get, you know, both droids in one set, plus both of them in one set, and the Sand Trooper and the Sentry Droid are also awesome to get. Now, clearly this is supposed to be depicting these are not the droids you're looking for, part of the movie, that famous scene. The only other thing I would have liked is for Obi-Wan to have his hood on, because he had it when that happened. Of course, he'd also had to have a cape, but they did not have soft clop capes back then, so I think it's a good decision not to include it, just because in that sense, sitting him in here with that cape would have been a pain. But yeah, I'm very pleased with the set. The build is fine. You know, there's a little bit of critique that I have about the build, but there's definitely quite a bit that could be improved. You know, the normal sand color works, but the modern ones really got the color right. One thing I did forget to say is that, you know, yeah, because they did that, I don't know if it was purposely, so you can, maybe just for angling when kids are using it. I don't know. Yet Landspeeders have had, sometimes it's a lot of change, sometimes it's very minimal change. In this case, not too much change, of course. The only other Landspeeder I have, I think, is the one from 2018. And overall, yeah, minifigs, great. Build, pretty good. That's going to be all for today. If you have any thoughts on the set, please feel free to let me know in the comments. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.